Hey, welcome back. I hope this has been helpful for you as you've been following my case build. Hope this is the last video I do. I need to put in a few more parts in here. I need to put in the RAM and my video card, plug all this in, and also the power supply to get this basically a functioning computer. So let's get started again. First thing I'm going to do right here is I am going to put in my RAM. What I did get for this computer, I did get the CORSAIR Dominator DDR5 RAM, and this is going to go here. Now, the whole thing is when I get the RAM out, I need to place the RAM in specific spots. So this is the box that the RAM comes in, and here's the safety and compliance manual that I don't need right now. Put this to the side, and see if I can zoom in on this. Right there are the 4 slots that I could put RAM into this computer. Now, specifically for all motherboards, there's always a specific way that the RAM needs to go in. And this RAM always has to go into the specific slots, which this one is labeled A1, A2, B1, and B2. Now, I need to put in the A2 and B2 as this is what the manufacturer suggests for the first 2 sticks of RAM. Now, these are 2x32s. So I have a total of 64 here, and I want the rope. Do not knock that over. I think I should close that. Right, the first 2 pieces of RAM is right here and right here. I should put this right there facing that way. Slowly slide it in, and when you slowly push it in, it will click in, and you heard that click. So that's my A2 slot and B2 slot. So I'm gonna get my second RAM, get out of the box. I'm going to put this into the B2 slot, which is this second slot right there. Make sure this is facing that way. Put that in. I already opened this area, this tab, and just lightly push it in, and it clicks in. Okay, the next thing I need to do is I need to get all this plugged in, all these wires plugged in. The first wire I'm going to plug in is I have a fan here. This fan right here is my radiator fan. I'm gonna put this into my chassis fan right here. And also I have another fan header right here. I might as well plug this in. And I'm gonna plug this in right beside it. So this is my other chassis fan. And I'll adjust the cables up later, but for now I'm gonna show you guys how long it takes me just to put the computer with the cables on. All right, all these cables need to go into my other headers, which are up there, and I'm going to try to turn the computer around so you guys can see better. Let's try to turn this around a little bit. Right here. My headers are over here for the, let's see if I can zoom you in a little bit. Those are my headers right there that I need for the pump. So first of all, over here, I have my RGB header, which is this one. There's no pins on here. So this is my RGB header. Needs to go right there for the color of the fans. And you make sure I just get that in right there. I need to pull these safety covers off. That's my pump header, and this is my CPU fan header. Put these to the side. I'm gonna find my one label pump right here. That's the pump header right there. There we go. And then that is my CPU fan header right there. I also have another CPU fan header over here, but I don't need to use that because I only have 1 fan on the CPU. Some people have 2 fans instead of a pump, but that's gonna go right there. All right, now that we got that plugged in, let me zoom back out again really quick. I'm gonna turn this back around so I have an easier access. Now the next thing I'm gonna do is I have a video card right there. That's the RTX 3080 that came out with a previous computer. So that's going to go in this slot. Now I have some cables connected to it. That's only for the power supply. I'm just gonna leave those on. But that card right now, let me try to see if I can grab it. This card is gonna fit right about right here. So it's gonna plug in to that slot right there. And it's gonna fit about right here. I'm not exactly sure which one of these I need to take off, but I like to take off just a few more so I have room. So I'm gonna take up a little tight. So let me unscrew these. Give me some room. It takes 2 slots, but I'm gonna unscrew 3 slots just so I have room to play around with this. First, second, and third slot. And that's just so I have room. Okay, take those 3 out. 1, 2, put them on the side. And my third one. Kind of blocked by this one a little bit. So I'm gonna loosen this also by a little bit too. There we go. Got that third one out. All right, now let's put the video card in. That video card is going to come up. Here's a quick release for that video card. You see right there? It moves that little thing right there. It's a quick release button for the video card. Can you see that? Right there, it moves that. It's a very neat little mechanical thing. So, but anyways, right now we're just putting the video card in, and I'm gonna take this video card and just slide it in. I know I already have, again, I already have the power cables on it already, but that's because that's from a previous build, which I'm not using that anymore. I'm not using this video card for that previous build. I'm using it for this build. So I'm just going to slide this in here. Make sure the cables are out of the way. And once you have it lined up, you basically just push it in, and also clicks. So that's gonna go into those 2 slots right there. And hopefully, yep, that's in there. The only problem is I got this actually off to the wrong side. So let me release this again, because I got this outside of the case to make sure everything goes in perfectly. I got the metal outside on this side. It's supposed to be inside the case. Let's try this one more time. It does take a little bit of just making sure you're lining up everything to get everything in right. There we go. That looks like it fit right. And how I know is over here, that's actually not fitting right. It's not standing up. So got that in. I'm not using that first slot, but I did take it out so I have room for it. I'm gonna put this back right here. Then I will screw everything in. So that goes right there. Take these. I'm using a screwdriver because there's not that much room down here for fingers. But don't want to lose that either. Come on back out. There you go. Got that one in. That's the first screw that needs to go in. Get that nice and snug and tight there. The second screw in. Get that nice and tight in there. And this is just to hold that plate again right here. And then earlier I loosened this fourth one a little bit, so I'm gonna tighten this back up. The 2 extra plates I have here are spare. All right. Now for the last thing I need to get is I need to get the power supply right here. That's right in here. Now the good part about this case is, the power supply comes out pretty well and pretty easily. Let me see if I could maneuver this so you can see a little bit. Right there, that's my power supply areas right here. All right, let's see if I can move this case a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. All right, let's move this case back up. Put this over here. Let's try to maneuver this entire case towards the table that way a little bit, just so I can clear out some of my empty boxes to the side. And there, hopefully you could see that power supply right there that I'm going to be putting in right over there. You see, there are a lot of steps to building a case. So, see if you can get some light so you can see that better. There we go. So, this is the frame for the power supply. I need to undo that. I've got my power supply right here. I'm using an older one. This is still a Seasonic, but Seasonic made very, very good power supplies. So I'm going to reuse that power supply. Get this bracket off. Okay. Power supply is going to hook up to here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the frame. And we're going to put this. It needs to go upside down because of the fan right here. This power supply is going to go right there, and we're going to put the screws in for that. So now we need to get the screws for the power supply, which are these screws. Antec gave you 5 screws for these. These are you can't see these screws. These are these types of screws right here. And just got that from my case of screws. But yeah, the fan's right here. Put this right there if you can't see that. And now we're gonna put all the, won't put them all too tight yet. Let me loosely put them in. Get that in. 4 screws. One more up here in this corner. And that, now we're going to tighten up all these screws. That's where the power supply goes. And with this power supply, I have all my cables that need to go on this side. So one of the cables that will be going through there will be this cable right here. This is basically the cable that's going to power the entire board up. And that's going to go through here. And we're going to, actually, let's go ahead and get this power supply in, and then we'll get actually, let's see. How can I show you guys this? I'll move this here, and I will also move the case just to show you guys a little more. Move this around. A little bit more. There we go. So a lot of times this is going to go in here. I am going to move the case this way so you guys can see how I get the cables in. Right there. There we go. All right, now this end is going to go in this way. I'm going to put these cables from this is MB, basically motherboard. That cable is going to go stick right here. And it should just fit. There we go. If you don't have the right ones, they really don't fit. Now, also the motherboard has 2 more cables that needs to plug into it. I'm going to pre-plug those in right now. After I find the cables which are lying around the table. One is right here. Grab that. And then another cable right here. that I need. So these two are going to be for the CPU. They look a little bit different, but they're both labeled CPU. They're just manufactured at different times. Again, there's a little bit of dust right there from the previous build, which I'm taking some of this from. And over here it says, up here, CPU PCIe. So I'm gonna put this PSU on the power supply side. I'll put this first one right over here to the first slot, PSU. And I hope you guys can see all that right there. Take the other one, other cable too. Put right here to the PSU side. Now I have a bunch more cables which I need for the video card, and I'm gonna take these cables. I don't know if you can see that, but from the video card that you saw earlier, I'm gonna stick them through this little hole right here. So let me see if I can get one at a time. Here's the first one. Stick that through the case, and that's gonna come that way and down. I don't have enough length to take all that through right now. Here's the second one. Get through that way. There we go. Just get these cables through. And then the last one right here. Just try to get these cables through so I can at least get them into the power supply. Right, now that I got those through there, I'm gonna get these cables and they're gonna come to the power supply, but I can't reach right now until I actually put that power supply in. So those cables are gonna come down here on that level right there. So let me go ahead and put this in. Slide the power supply in. There we go. Got that power supply in. And let's go ahead and try to plug in the rest of the cables. Okay. Case starts getting heavier the more stuff we put in there. Now, these are the 3 cables that we had. These are the motherboard cables, and these are the other 3 cables. This is the only bad part about this is on this part, you start not being able to see what's inside. So I'm gonna try to lean this over a little bit. Maybe I shouldn't have put in the first cables, but it's fine. I'm gonna take my first cable, PSU. I'm gonna go all the way to the back right there. Can't really see where I'm plugging this into. Kind of could see, but there it is. I feel it. No, I do not feel it. All right. Let's see if I can flip this around real quick so I can actually really see where I'm putting this in. And I need this to go right there. Okay, got that first one in. The next one is going to go in the next slot. So I get this into the slot right beside it. And can't find it. Stick me. There you go. Got that there. And then last one. Have one more slot over here that I need to put that in. See if I can find that one and have that plug right on in. There we go. Since we have this on the back, now you guys can see all these other cables. These are all the other headers for up here. Some of these are the USB headers, the audio headers for the front. And I'm gonna move these and take those out. These are good wire straps that that's good to manage all your cables. It's cool that they have all this, but I don't need all that out. Let's probably gonna move this a little bit up more. Probably don't need to go there. And I'm going to come up in here. Actually, this is not going to come up in here. This is actually, all these headers are down here on this board, so I'm going to bring these down here. All these headers are going to go down this way. There we go. Come on, you make it down that way. And we're going to plug those into the motherboard too. Move that there. And these are the power items that I need for the actual motherboard. Now, I'm gonna flip this back over because these are gonna go into different places. These two right here need to go straight up. So I'm gonna take these, and these I'm gonna go straight up over here into this slot. And this one is also gonna go straight up over here into the slot because the connections are actually at the very, very top of the motherboard. All right. And we'll leave those there first for now. And then this one right here is going to go to the side, right around over here. And I'm going to show you why over here in a minute. All right, now that we got those in, let's flip this back around and show you where all this is on this side. Okay, you see these two things right over here, right here. That's why we put that to the top. So these are going to go, and one's going to go in here. Okay, and the other one's going to go, let's see if I have these bent the right way. And turn this around. And this one's gonna go right here. There we go for those. You really, really want to make sure you have these plugged in and make sure they're tight. This is the big one right over here. Okay, this one is going to go and plug in directly to the motherboard right here. Make sure it clicks in. All right, and then these are all the other wires that came out from the back side, and we're gonna try to figure out where they go. There's some front panels, and there's some more headers. Now, and there's some USB headers in here too. There's audio, and a few more things. So this one right here will go right here. This is one of the USBs. This one goes right here. That's one of the USB headers. Let's see if I can get this in there. There we go. That's one of the USB headers right there. Here's another. This is another one of the USB headers right there. There's multiple USBs. That's this one. That is gonna go here. Okay. Let me move this to the side. Make it a little bit better. There we go. And then the rest of these will go in the front. Now, I need to figure exactly where these go because I need to see where the, oh, my audio goes here. So this is the audio front panel, HD audio. This is the HD audio. So see if you can see all that. This now starts getting a little bit difficult for everyone to see. But I've got my HD audio that needs to go over there, and I need to see which pin is the empty one. So the HD audio, this one will go right here, all the way to this end. That goes right there. And I have my other USB header right here that I'm holding. Here's my other USB. I have several USBs that I could put in. I could choose any one of these, so I'm going to choose. I need to go look up what the difference between these USB audio headers, but I'm going to put this in here for now. Put that one right here for now. There's 3 of them. I need to figure out on this board which one actually, if there's a difference between these 3 of them here. I'm gonna put that in there for now. And this is my last one. This is my front panel. This is where the power goes. I need to check exactly which one it needs to do because I can't see this, but it's gonna go somewhere, probably over here to turn the system on. But anyways, that's how you're gonna put this case together. I could take a look real quick to see where that front panel header goes. Not really sure because I can't really see the markings on that motherboard where exactly that front panel is. So if I can find the front panel header on the manual, it'll be awesome. But I can't find it. Aha, power switch. Power LED, power switch. Pin 1, right above pin 1. Where are you? Aha, my power switch are my top 2. So that means this should go on this side right here, on the front left side of this header. I got it. There you go. That's where my front panel header is. And that's the computer plugged in. All right. Let's see. And let's try to turn this on. And let's see what happens to this. So I need to get my power supply. Or my power cord, basically. Got my power cord right here. I know I don't have my mouse or anything plugged into it, but we'll see if this thing just turns on. All right. Let's put this in. And get my power strip onto the side. Plug this in. Now we can turn this on. There's that power. We can see some light right there. Let's turn on the light. See some light there. So it looks like that works so far. We got some power to it. And press the power button. And look at that. Everything lights up. It turns on. Look at that. That looks great. And let's bring you to the front. I even got my front lights right there. All right, now we got this thing turned on. Next thing is to install the operating system and to get everything working. All right, hope you enjoyed the video. This is the last video of the series because I got everything hooked up. All I need to do is now dress up the wires and I'll be done from there. I just have to, oh, there is something else I did not do. Turn that back off. I did not put this, turn up the lights again, I did not put this back in. Right here, this is the, that's the top portion of this thing. The fan, I'm gonna go and put these wires, because this, I need this to come all the way back down, so I'm gonna put these through here, and let's put these fans back in. Of course, I don't have lights on the fans, but let's go and put these fans back in real quick. Let me get that screws tightened in. My previous two screws, again, these are smaller screws, so I need to change back to my smaller head Phillips. Screw that back in. Screw this back in. All right. Cool thing about this top is this is a magnetic, so this magnet just basically fits on top of here, makes that screen easy to wash. Now you put this, and this just kind of snaps right back in. So that's your top cover. All right, now the two wires I have for chest fan, let's turn this off real quick. Turn that off, pull the power plug. Now what I want to do first is the two wires for those chassis fans, I need to get this and see if I could get it. And I might not be able to reach all the way down here to my chassis fans, because I only have a couple more headers over here for chassis fans. I'm not sure if everything reaches, but if it doesn't reach, at least I'm gonna go through the front side real quick. I might need to change where my fan headers go. It might not reach. I might need to get some extensions. At least one of the chassis fan headers are right there. I have one in the middle of the board. I don't have one up there. These two, this one doesn't seem like it might make it all the way down here. Well, it might if I went straight this way. It might. Let me try that again. Let me put this back through to the back. Move that back there. And then I'm gonna take this straight back here again. Let me see if I can make sure it reaches. And if you could see what I'm doing, there we go. I'm basically moving my fans to the bottom if it so wants to reach, but it doesn't look like it's gonna reach that way today. So, all right, these fan headers, I've got one fan header there that's gonna reach. The other fan header, I don't think we'll reach all the way. Let's try. There we go. Let's try. See if it comes straight. Sorry, can't see exactly what I'm doing, but I'm trying to just get these fan headers through. I think they barely might reach. So I got those fan headers coming down. That's when I drop stuff. Good thing I have this on a little pad right there, and that was just noise. So the first fan header I'm gonna put right here, and the second chassis fan, oh, I think I barely reach. So that's good news. This fan header down here, I'm gonna put this right down here. I barely reach with that fan header. So I'm gonna put the second fan header over there, and it barely reaches. Now if I could just plug it in, there you go for that. The next fan header I'm gonna put right over there. Right over here. And there you go. I got my two fan headers down down there. Okay. So now, let's go ahead and put this back upright. Let's go ahead and put this back in. Put that in, and let's go ahead and put this back in. Turn that on. I still got light in here, so that's good, right there. And if I turn the power on, everything should light up. Let's see. There we go. Still got lights on everything. That looks beautiful, even though I slightly dropped it a little bit. But there we go. We have all that working. The fans on top work. Yep. And the front side. Right over here. The radiator fans, like how this thing pulls up. They all spin. They all work. So that's pulling in from the air from front and pushing it out to the back. So that looks like that all works. All right. Now we'll have to get this plugged in and install all the operating system and get the mouse, get everything plugged in, and put the front panel back in. This front panel, just go straight in, and the same thing will happen with the back panel, but that's the front panel right there. All right, hope you enjoyed my video. Have a good day, and hope you enjoyed my build. It did take a while. It probably took about me 2 hours maybe to finish this entire series. So there you go. All right, have a great day.